Hello, my name is Malik Spurlock, and will be doing my presentation for CJS 480. The problems that I noticed from my peers and myself was that communication was a big issue that people were having. I myself was having a problem with communication with staff and them not telling me that students were going to be absent. This got better ahead of time for myself. For my peers, it did not. For some of them, absent students were they were only told about absent students when they got to the site, and that really caused a lot of frustration and problems because they are wasting their time getting there, only to realize that their students were only absent and they only had like one student that they could teach. So the problems with program coordinators, um, or their problems, sorry, their problems, um, was that were communication and staffing shortages. And the questions I asked them were, what problems have you encountered in your position at Reading Partners? Number two, what solutions have you come up with to solve those issues at Reading Partners? Number three, how do you implement those solutions at Reading Partners? And number four, what were the results of those solutions? If you didn't see the results of your solutions, then what did you think the results would be? Um, so for communication, what the program coordinators told me was that it was very hard um, for them to communicate to the director or anybody else about their problems, whether that be things like they may have been told on site that they weren't told beforehand that would have made it a lot easier for them, or if it was just parents communicating with them about their children and what they need. For staffing shortages, they were told that they needed more people to divide up the work so that way they can have more time to schedule and have more time to better acclimate the students. Here is my problem solving formula, the model that I used. So for step one, clarify the problem, I used communication and off enough books. For step two, break down the problem. There needs to be better communicating more frequently and effectively. And for number three, for the target setting, reading partners on Zoom and on site for different schools. Step four, root cause analysis was that the issue was with the program director. I'm not saying that it's their fault, but I'm saying that a large majority of the um, issues that I've seen was um, a result of um, their communication skills, not necessarily them themselves. Step five, development countermeasures, automated messages and emails on absent students and have reading partners approve personal student books. Step six, see countermeasures through. Didn't get a response on automated messages and personal books. Could work, but only in person. They weren't really open to the idea of going to new websites and getting books that students were interested in, so it was only in person. Step seven, monitor results and processes. Students will be more engaged in lessons. That's my expected result. And step eight would be standardized successful processes, more successful students over time, and efficient reading skills for these students. So the solutions that program coordinators came up with was more staff to help divide the work like scheduling, etc., and better communication between staff management and directors. And also there wasn't really any solutions that my peers gave me for their problems. Um, But so my role was the coordinator of my solutions and communicate with everyone involved. My implementation could not come into fruition since it couldn't work in person, so I couldn't try it out for myself. And they wanted me to try it uh, for myself first, but I couldn't do that since it wasn't in person, so that was a dead end. Jenna Chaffee, LA's Reading Partners program director, was eager about in person, but no one I knew could try it out since they had already completed their hours, unfortunately. So, just to recap, the problems that I noticed overall were communication, book shortages, and staff shortages. Solutions that I came up with was automated messaging and emails, better communication between management and staff, and reading partners approved personal books. And the implementation I came up with was that I couldn't really implement anything since I wasn't in person. Since they wanted me to try it by myself, I couldn't really try it virtually. Um, but the expected result would be that if I was in person, that would make it more efficient for students to for reading, for the reading skills, and it would over time better reading partners and get more students involved. Thank you so much for listening.